This right here is a quiet shift. Most folks haven't noticed it yet. But little by little, Kalen DeBoer is changing something big inside Alabama football. Something Nick Saban never touched. And now DeBoer's got the guts to flip it on its head. The question is, will it work? In today's video, we're going to show you exactly what's changing, why it matters, and how this could reshape the way Alabama plays football for years to come. This ain't just about new names in the QB room. It's about the start of a brand new dynasty. Welcome to Roll Tide Press. His name is Jayden Maiava, and unless you're deep in the recruiting world, you probably never heard of him. He's from Hawaii. Quiet kid, but built like a tank. 6'4", 235 pounds. That ain't your typical quarterback size. That's linebacker size. Alabama brought him in for a camp in June, liked what they saw, and locked him in with an official commitment on July 22nd. But here's the thing. He wasn't just brought in to fill space. DeBoer sees something different in this kid. A big-bodied quarterback who can stand tall in the pocket, take hits, and fire darts down the field. Now, if it were just Maiava, maybe you'd call it a one-off. But he ain't alone. Alabama's already got another giant on the roster. Austin Mack, 6'6", 235 pounds. A redshirt sophomore who followed DeBoer from Washington. That's two quarterbacks in the same room with linebacker frames. And now you start to see the pattern. Nick Saban? He never recruited quarterbacks like this. He wanted guys with quick feet, sharp reads, and tight control. This question mark, this is something else. This is the first real sign that Alabama's flipping the script. Before we talk about what's changing in Tuscaloosa, we gotta remember how things used to be. Because under Nick Saban, if you wanted to play quarterback for Alabama, you didn't need to be the biggest or the fastest. You needed to be smart, in control, efficient. 2009, Greg McElroy Classic Game Manager. 6 feet 2 inches, a little over 220 pounds. Won games with his mind, not with brute strength. 2011 and 2012, A.J. McCarron-Cool. Accurate, calm under pressure. 6 feet 3 inches, not flashy, but he ran the system to perfection. 2015, Jake Coker. The biggest of the early Saban guys at 6 feet 5 inches, but still played safe, smart, and by the book. These are the quarterbacks that won titles for Alabama. And even when modernized the offense, with Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian, the focus stayed the same. Quick reads, fast decisions, pinpoint accuracy, Tua, Mac Jones, Bryce Young. Not a single one was picked because of size. What mattered was the mind, the timing, the poise. And that's exactly why fans are starting to look around now and say, hold up, these new QBs, they don't fit that mold. At this point, it ain't a coincidence. Two quarterbacks. Both over 6 feet 4 inches. One's 235 pounds. The other stands 6 feet 6. That's not random. That's a plan in motion. Kalen DeBoer is quietly redefining what it means to play quarterback at Alabama. And yeah, it starts with the body, but it goes way deeper than size. These QBs were handpicked to play a different style of football. They ain't out there scrambling for 20 yards. They're not twitchy like Bryce Young or shifty like Jalen Hurts. What they've got is presence. They can see over the line, keep their eyes downfield, take a hit, and still deliver a strike. It's old school in some ways. More vertical, more physical, more risky too. But that's where DeBoer leaves his signature. He doesn't want to just copy what Saban did. He wants to build something of his own. And to do that, he needs quarterbacks who can carry the weight of the system. Guys who can stay alive inside the pocket, stand strong against the blitz, and rip the ball deep when the moment comes. Built like linebackers, thinking like coordinators, throwing like artillery. That's why Austin Mack followed him from Washington, and that's why Jayden Maiava was picked. Carefully, deliberately. Because this is the new philosophy. DeBoer's Alabama starts with giants, and it ends in the air. What if what we're seeing at Alabama right now ain't just DeBoer's personal choice? What if it's the first sign of a deeper shift in college football? For over a decade, the game's been dominated by one kind of quarterback. Quick, light on their feet, escape in pressure, slinging on the run, creating chaos and magic with their legs and instincts. This was the era of playmakers. Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, guys who didn't just throw, they made defenses look silly. But slowly, things have started to shift. Because while those names lit up the highlights, the teams that win in December and January, they do it with one thing: control. Quarterbacks who don't panic under pressure, who stand tall in the pocket, wait for the route to open, and then deliver a missile to the chest. And when you look at what Kalen DeBoer's building at Alabama, you start to wonder. These ain't just quarterbacks. These are battleships in cleats, built to take hits, built to last 40 snaps a game and still standing strong in Week 14. Is this just about Alabama, or is this a direct answer to what football is becoming? The game's getting faster, the seasons are longer, the margin for error is smaller than ever. And maybe, just maybe, the answer ain't speed. It's strength, it's stability, it's presence. Maybe the future of the quarterback position ain't the guy who runs a 4.4. It's the one who looks like a freight train in the huddle, the one who walks onto the field and makes defenders think, if he runs at me, I might not get back up. That's not just a player. That's an alpha. That's a tone setter. And Alabama might be the first to make that switch. They might be building a new dynasty with a new kind of quarterback. And if it works, you can bet the rest of the country's gonna copy fast. After everything we've laid out, there's one truth we can't ignore. Ty Simpson is still the favorite to start. He's been in the program longer. He made it through the coaching change. And from everything we've heard, he's showing the new staff exactly what they want to see. Leadership, fast reads, clean execution. If Alabama had to play a game tomorrow, it'd be Ty under center. So maybe all this talk about a QB revolution? Maybe it ain't happening just yet. Maybe Austin Mack and Jayden Maiava are just long-term pieces. Maybe this whole big quarterback thing is just a coincidence. Two giants in the same QB room? Nothing more than timing? But let's be honest. At Alabama, things don't happen by accident. This program doesn't hand out scholarships for fun. If a player's here, it's because he fits a plan. And when two guys this size show up back-to-back, it's hard not to wonder, is this the start of something? Or just a blip? No one really knows yet. It'll depend on fall camp, on who picks up the system, on who delivers under pressure, and, yeah, maybe even on injuries. If Ty struggles, if Mack lights it up, if Maiava develops faster than expected, everything could flip overnight. So now we turn it over to y'all. Does this new QB strategy make sense? Is DeBoer building a new era, or will Alabama keep rolling with what's worked for years? A quicker, lighter, smarter quarterback. We want to hear your take in the comments, because sometimes you don't realize you were living through a turning point until it's already in the rear view. And maybe, just maybe, this moment right here is the quiet beginning of Alabama's next great shift.